of all time.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
A spaceman, huh?
No, actually, I'm a plumber.
New World Order.
Honestly, I can't go anywhere without getting a boner.
How you doing?
I live my life!
Woo!
The Rock says,
Sweet baby Jesus in the office!
Well, everyone. This is Jonathan from WrestleRock Podcast. You're watching the ECW Special Edition. I am with my partner, Benoit, a.k.a. Nostradamus. Ben, how you doing, my friend, today?
Fine. And I'm very proud to be there tonight because
Yes,
we have 3 special guests,
Yes, sir.
former ECW talents.
Yes. So let me introduce yourself. We have Jazz. We also have Chris and Rick. And none other than C.W. Anderson. Welcome, everyone. How you doing?
We're good, guys. Hope y'all are.
Yes,
Fantastic.
It's doing great. So thank you so much for being here. Honestly, this is an honor and privilege. We know that this is a very big challenge for having all of you all together in the same room. That's
The same time.
very, very, very awesome. And we go forward with some questions. So go ahead, my friend.
Just to begin the interview, to start the interview, just a simple question. How did you get recruited by ECW?
Jazz?
Oh, Jazz.
How did I get to ECW?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I was training with Rod Price, who had came in as part of the Baldies in ECW. I was training underneath him, and he told me that that was going on in Lafayette, Louisiana. And he told me that ECW was going to be in town in Louisiana for a loop one weekend and for us to go and do a tryout. So when I did my tryout on the third day, and Paulie gave me a call like in about 3 or 4 weeks later.
Nice.
Yes.
And Mr. Wright?
Mine was a buddy had a tryout, and I rode down to the show with him just to say hello because I knew Steve Carino and I knew Simon Diamond. So the night before, he and I wrestled Public Enemy in South Carolina. So we rode down to Georgia. He got the tryout. I just was saying hello. He did his little 10-minute match. Nova looked at me, asked me, did I have my gear? Did I want to jump in the ring? I was like, sure, why not? I jumped in for 5 or 6 minutes with Simon Diamond. I got out of the ring. I heard somebody tell Fonzie that was sitting in the bleachers or the stands, get the ball guy back in the ring. Looked out, it was Paul Heyman. He was sitting with the Dudleys and Taz, and I jumped back in the ring for the next hour. Got through with my tryout, walked in the back in the bathroom. As I'm cleaning up, Paul walks in, introduces himself to me. We talked for a few minutes. He asked me where I was at, and I was down at the power plant, not under contract. And then he asked me to stick around. Show was getting ready to start. Jim Molyneux comes up to me and gets me, walks me in the back. And I walk in the dressing room. He's sitting there. Paul's sitting there with Vito LaGrassa. Danny Doyne and Roadkill introduces me to him. Says, you're tagging with Vito. You guys are third match. Welcome to ECW. So
that's
basically got my job just showing up.
Yeah,
That's
because every people in the wrestling business know that this is super important to keep your wrestling gear in your car
just in case.
Yes, every day, and that's a very good. We say,
yeah, you always have it in your car. You just never know. And if I didn't have it, who knows where it would have went from there. So I got lucky enough to do that.
Yes, I remember a couple of years ago. I'm going to Montreal for watching a Ring of Honor event, and I forgot my wrestling gear, and I had a wrestling match opportunity, and that was so bad. But anyway. So this is very important.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you see me running around and I'm bobbing back and forth, my Rottweiler is fighting with his ball. He wants his ball to play with, so he's knocking me around and stuff. So that's why I'm moving around. He won't leave me the hell alone. So that's what's going on.
Well, Jazz, on July 18, 1999, you defeat Jason Knight at the ECW Heatwave pay-per-view. Well, is this your most important match in this promotion, or you have other memories?
No, that was the debut of me actually having a match on pay-per-view. Prior to that, I had done a few house shows working with Jason, and actually that's who I did my tryout with Jason. But yeah, that Heatwave '99, that was the birth of Jazz.
Yeah, and between you and me, the period of ECW in 1999 was awesome. So that's a very good
1998 too.
Yeah, 1998, and mostly Heatwave, Anarchy Rules, and many other pay-per-view. But that's a perfect fit for David with this promotion. So
yeah,
2 thumbs up for you, honestly.
Appreciate it. Yep, that was the birth of Jazz.
Oh, okay. Mr. Wright, we would like to hear you about your first ECW match. You teamed with Skull Von Crush, aka Big Vito, against Danny Doring and Amish Roadkill.
I don't remember a lot about it because the nerves was running so high with me. I just know Vito turned on me. That became a staple of us in the beginning, was him turning on me and leave me laying for Danny and Roadkill to beat me. I just know I was extremely nervous because I'm wrestling in front of an ECW crowd, knowing that I'm being watched by the guys in the back because I was the guy that just walked in off the street. So it wasn't a lot. It was just later that I learned that I was getting married to Danny and Roadkill and working with them a lot, which, those guys were fantastic for taking me in and giving me as much as they did in the match, and then us becoming close because of their generosity. So I've always been in debt to Nova and Danny and Roadkill for that.
Okay. Yeah, and also in 1999, there is another pay-per-view.
Mrs. Jazz, probably you remember that. At Anarchy Rules 1999, you couldn't be Simon Damon tag team partner because he said, and I quote, "I didn't say Simon says, and you're a woman." After that, you defeated the new recruit, Tom Marquez. Did you like wrestling with him? Even though
Simon Diamond?
Yeah.
Yes, Simon Diamond.
Yes. He was a lot of fun to work with. Everybody in ECW was cool to work with. I probably took everyone's finishers. I know I took CW's Spine Buster. I took the Gore
several times.
I took Balls Mahoney's finishers. So yeah, working Simon Diamond was a blast. Learned a lot. And had fun. And that's what it was about at the end of the day. Everybody getting the opportunity to do what they love and having fun while doing it.
And at the same night, you defeated Tom Marquez, a rookie. I think it was a rookie.
Yes.
The match was a 1-minute match.
Prodigy, yes.
Yeah.
Also known as Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Prodigy, yeah, of course.
Yes, I remember, and that's what ECW was special, because there is short match, short vignette, short thing, short all mixed with extreme matches, high-flying matches,
technical,
lucha libre, and that was fantastic.
A promotion with different styles of wrestling.
Brought a little bit of everything to the table.
Yeah, exactly. That's an all dress, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. and always action.
Yeah. And Mr. Anderson, at ECW, you had a great feud with Tommy Dreamer. What was your best match with him?
Probably my I Quit that's the one that they still talk about today. It's been, God, what, 21, 22 years. It was done January 7th, 2001. And the only reason I know that is because that was my 30th birthday. So I had my quit match on my 30th birthday, and getting the approval from Tommy with the handshake at the end, and then having the crowd chanting CF and Dub, give me a standing ovation for that match. I think that was probably my top match with that. Now, I had fun in most of my matches, except when I had to work with Mike Awesome. But that's another story. But everybody else I got to work with was a lot of fun. I never had really somebody I actually dreaded getting in the ring with. Everybody from top to bottom that I enjoyed being there with.
And you were talking about Mike Awesome. We remember one of the best for us.
Oh yeah, of course.
One of the best match I ever seen in my life. It's probably the match against Masato Tanaka against Mike Awesome. Honestly,
November to Remember '99.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that was
Amazing.
amazing. And when-
Tanaka hated wrestling.
yeah,
I worked with Tanaka a lot in Japan, and Tanaka hated working with him because Mike was a little dangerous. He was a little stiff on certain things with the power bomb over the top. He wasn't too careful with, and Mike Awesome forgot a lot. He didn't remember a lot of his matches. I know when I worked with him a few times, he couldn't remember. I'm thinking, you're our heavyweight champ, and here I am 6 months, 8 months at ECW, and I'm having to call the match for you. So that was kind of a normal with Mike Awesome.
wow, okay.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you another story about one of the reasons I don't like Mike or didn't like him at the time is because, the number of times he wrestled me at ECW, the number of times we were together on independent shows. I met him one night, I saw him in Tokyo in Roppongi, and he was blazed out of his mind. And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's wearing sunglasses. And the guys I'm with, Steve Carino, Low Key, Spanky, he says hey to everybody. He never met Spanky before, but knew who he was. And then when he goes to shake my hand, he couldn't remember my name and save my life.
Wow.
So a little bit of heat right there from that. I've wrestled you a dozen times at ECW and then on the indie circuit, and you don't remember who I am.
And, I have a questions about but that don't figure it on the list. What is your opinion when WWE acquired the ECW promotion? What is your reaction?
We were happy to begin with. I was happy because it was being brought back, and it was told to us that it was going to be ECW all over again, that Paul and Tommy had complete control.
Mhm.
When in fact, it's after the first show, Vince took it over, and it turned into a Disney-fied version of ECW. And it was not fun after that. I hated going to work there. I hated being there the 10, 11 months before I got fired. Actually, the day John Laurinaitis called me to fire me, I was like, he said, CW, we're going to have to let you go. And I went, sweet. Thank you.
I repeat, probably in every podcast, WWE is a politic business.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't talk with the right person, and if you are not with the right person,
Yeah, that's how it was when Vince. I'm sure with Triple H under his helm now, it's going to be a lot better because he is actually a wrestler and knows what he's doing. I'm not saying Vince didn't, but it wasn't the best place and circumstances for me when I was there, and it seems to be a running consensus with a lot of people when they're there.
Because if I remember, Mr. Wright, you wrestled against Spike Dudley in Velocity, if I remember, in 2003, 2004.
A wrestler against who?
Spike Dudley at Velocity.
Yeah. That was before the ECW, and that was just when Spike was the champion, and I was just coming in doing some contract, some independent job work, and I got put with Spike. But that part had nothing to do with ECW. My only TV match was with CM Punk, when it was the ECW version.
Oh yeah, WWE, ECW.
Yeah.
They tried to restart ECW, but.
yes. And Mrs. Jazz, can you talk about your the Doc Pounds Pro Wrestling Dojo Also,
Yes.
you are maybe
Yes,
wrestling
that's
promotion with your husband, Ron Nemack.
Yep, we have that school, Dog Pound Wrestling Dojo. We've had it since probably since 1997, honestly.
Wow.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
yeah. We kept getting interrupted because of the opportunities that we were given in life, but every time we had a chance to get it going, we always did. And now we're here in San Antonio, Texas, and we have the Dog Pound Wrestling Dojo. So if anybody interested in wrestling, been a referee, ring announcer, ring crew, whatever.
Yeah. And
Come on
you
down
have
to the
on
pound.
your,
Yes.
on your wings, the former the former AEW Women's Champion Thunder Rosa. That's a big asset for your pro wrestling dojo.
Well, she's no longer with us. She had to step away because her scheduling got so full. She's
I imagine.
extremely busy. Yes.
Yeah,
But, it started out with me and Rodney, and we rocking and rolling with just me and him again. So, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, we're still doing our thing. We also have Dog Pound Championship Wrestling. We have a show this week, Thursday night at the Beethovens here in San Antonio.
Okay.
And we also have a show on the 24th in Castroville.
Nice.
Texas, yes.
In Texas. And if we want to go to your wrestling school, what is the best way to reach you?
There's a couple ways. You can go to my socials. You can reach out. You can go to Dog Pound Wrestling Dojo page, and that's dog with 2 G's, DOGG Wrestling Dojo. You can also go to my Twitter, Phenom_Jazz.
Okay.
You can go to the wrestling page, Dog Pound Championship Wrestling. So there's many ways to contact us, but you can't miss it by going to my socials for sure, because I try to check those pretty frequently.
And Mr. Anderson, currently you wrestled in AML in the Talk is Cheap event last August 26th, and you were with Brock Henderson and the Extreme Horsemen with Arn Anderson. What is your reaction when you learn that Arn Anderson will be in your corner?
That was one of the bucket list things. I had gone down a couple weeks before to train with Brock in Arn at one of my former students, Lodi. He has a wrestling school in Charlotte called Team Fearless, and Move Saber. Brock and his dad work out there during the week when they're not on the road. And so being in the ring with Arn, actually being in the ring with Brock and having Arn in our corner with my fiance in the corner as well, that was bucket list material, because being an Anderson, trying to replicate and give that Anderson name some credit. If I did it half the justice that Arn did, I think I'm doing good. But Arn gave me, some advice, and he loved some of the things I did, some of the promo work I did. But I hope we get to do more with that. Brock is an amazing young talent. His mannerisms, his work is like his dad. With him being so young in the business, he's really advanced to be as young as he has and not being in working as long. But wrestling against 2 of the Nightmare Factory students in the TSF, those guys, they don't get enough credit, from Cody Rhodes and QT Marshall training them. And then one of my former Extreme Horsemen members, John Schuyler, we were against him. But that match, man, that's going to be on the Hot Spots Wrestling Network. But being with Arn, I'm a little kid on the inside when I was standing next to him.
Imagine
12-year-old Chris Wright thinking, holy crap, Arn Anderson is standing next to me. But on the outside, I'm played it cool.
Yeah, he is one of the best. So that's
You gotta pounce on him. You gotta pounce on him.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Yes. So as usual, everyone, my partner Benoit, aka Nostradamus Ben, try to predict your future for ending. So go ahead, my friend.
Okay, for all of you, I predict Hilty.
Yes, the LT is super important, and with LT we can do everything.
And you know why? Because he'll T-dub, he'll T-dub, he'll T-dub.
Where are you guys from? Canada? Where are you from?
Yes, we are located in Quebec City, Canada,
Okay,
at 2
okay.
hours of Montreal. And
Quebec South Shore.
yes, that's why we have a big accent.
Yes. Comment ça va? Comment ça va?
Yeah, we are a little bit rusty, but
Not bad.
it's always a pleasure for talking with wrestling stars like you. So thank you so much. Honestly,
Appreciate it.
an honor and privilege. So be careful, mostly on the road, because we know that you are practically 300 days on the road. So be careful and have a good evening, everyone.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Good
Good to see you, C-Dub. All
All right.
right. All right.
Goodbye.
See you around.